Recorder. Right, good evening, everyone. Tonight we're going to talk about Jacoby transfers. And I want to tell you the difference between stamen and a Jacoby transfer. There are many people here that don't know the difference between the two, and I want it to be much easier for you to remember. We have two families. We have the stamen family and the Jacoby family. Stay, S-T-A-Y, is 4 letters. So to use stamen, we need to have a 4-carb major. Trans is 5 letters. T-R-A-N-S is 5 letters. And now we have this Jacoby transfer family. Now the children that belong to the stamen family have to be in bed by 8 o'clock. That means in order to use stamen, you need at least 8 high card points. But the trans family, that's the Jacoby transfer family, their children, their 5 children, don't have to go to bed and can go to bed at any time. And why can they go to bed at any time? Because when you used Jacoby transfer, you don't need any points at all. So the difference between the two is that stamen has 4 letters, stay, trans has 5 letters, and when you have 4 letters, the kids have to be in bed by 8 because you need 8 points to play stamen. In Jacoby transfer, you don't need any points to transfer into a 5 or longer major or a 6 or a longer minor. So that way, you're all going to remember the difference between the two. Looking at this hand, at hand number 1, we're going to open 1 no trump, my north, pass by east, and now we have 8 high card points with a 5-card suit, which is 9, and we want to tell our partner that we have a 5-card heart suit. And the purpose of Jacoby transfer is to make sure that the strong hand never becomes the dummy. So that is why we use transfers. We always bid the suit below to tell our partner, please bid hearts. So when you bid 2 diamonds, you are asking your partner to please bid 2 hearts. Now, whether you have 2 hearts or 3 hearts or 4 hearts doesn't matter. You have to do what your partner tells you. Your partner says, please bid 2 hearts. I don't want you to be the dummy. I want you to play the hand. And it goes pass. Now, when you have an invitational hand, and no trump is 15 to 17, we usually invite with 8 and a 5-card suit, which is 9. 9 and 15 does not make a game. 17 and 9 makes a game, 26. So if you have 17, you have to do 2 things. Partner has already showed you a 5-card suit. You never repeat the suit again. And it asks a question. Partner, I don't know if you have 3 hearts with me or 2 hearts with me. We are looking for the 8-card major suit fit, but I don't have enough for game. So now you bid 2 no trump. You never repeat a 5-card suit. That was my tip this evening. I see people do that all the time. They repeat the 5-card suit. You've already told partner you have a 5-card suit. 2 no trump asks a question. Partner, I'm inviting you to game. I don't know if you have 15 points, 16 points, or 17 points. And looking at the hand, you've got 17. Now you have to decide, are you going to play in 3 no trump or 4 hearts? Well, you have an 8-card major suit fit, so it's your duty to accept the invitation and bid 4 hearts, not 3 no trump. If you had 2 hearts, you would bid 3 no trump with 17. That is the question. And now you, the strong hand, will never be the dummy, and that is the purpose of Jacoby transfer. That is the purpose of a Jacoby transfer. You're playing in 4 hearts. And this is very hard for a lot of you because when the long suit's in the dummy, we have to decide which is the master hand. And usually the master hand is the hand with the long trumps. That's dummy. 5 hearts are there. So let's look at the losers before we lead. In the heart suit, we have one loser, the ace. In the spade suit, we have one loser. There are only 3 spades where the hand has 5 hearts. That's one loser. That's the hand we're setting up. Not the north hand, the one that's playing, but the dummy. Looking at the diamonds, we have one loser. And looking at the clubs, we have to look for a finesse. And there's only one way to play the finesse, but you've got to learn about when not to do a finesse. I use finesses as a last resort. The lead is the top of a sequence. Jack of diamonds. And you win the ace. And it's your duty now to draw the children off the streets. High card from the short side first. You must put an honor on an honor. You never know what can happen. Costs nothing. And you continue a diamond. And now they're not going to play diamonds anymore because I've taught many of you that what you don't see in dummy, you don't play. That means one day you might give a rough and a discard. So don't play any more diamonds, whatever you do. The weak suit on the table is spades. Low from an honor. Win the ace of spades. And now we're going to draw all the children off the streets. And that is what's going to happen. And we're going to make a decision and hope they break 3 and 2. And they do break 3 and 2. So we have no problem. All the kids are gone. All the trumps are gone. Now, when you have a 4-3 spade fit, I don't want you becoming a finesse-aholic. We know there's a finesse in the club suit. But before we finesse the club, if we have a 4-3 fit in spades, it's only 32%. If the spades divide 3 and 3, we don't need the club finesse. So let's try that first. You've got enough entries to there. Otherwise, I would have ducked the spade. And I'm going to play another spade and hope they break 3 and 3. And they do break 3 and 3. All right, so my 8 of spades is good. So now they can play the king of diamonds because they see one in the dummy. And you're going to trumpet. And now you don't need the club finesse. You go to dummy with the king of clubs. And now you use your 13th spade to throw away your losing club. And that is why it's very important to always look at suit establishment before you do a finesse. And then the last 2 are yours. And that's how you make the contract. Are there any questions on hand number 1? I don't see anyone ask me questions. I'm just on this table.
Linda, can I ask a question, please?
I love
on
it.
The bidding,
tell me more.
On the bidding, if East had interfered after one no trump in North and bid 2 diamonds and created interference, okay?
Do you really think North would come in with a suit with 5 cards to the jack?
It's as much a theoretical question as a practical question.
I understand.
What happens if there's interference? Do transfers still?
Well, that's what people play here. I'm in Florida, and I find the majority of people here in Florida play stolen bids. So what they do is they double and say they took my bid away. I've got 5 hearts, partner. I want you to bid 2 hearts. So if they bid 2 diamonds, you double. They took my bid away. That double says they stole my bid. That's called stolen bids. And then partner will know you've got 5 hearts. If you do not play stolen bids, you're going to have to make a bid, and it's going to be very difficult because how are you going to invite partner with 9 points? It's hard because 2 hearts is to play. 2 hearts is to play. 3 hearts, a jump to 3 hearts is forcing to game, and you don't have enough to force to game. So stolen bids is what most people play here. You've heard of stolen bids?
Thank you.
Have you heard of them? No? Okay, so I'll show you on each hand about stolen bids if it comes up. But that's how they do it. 2 clubs is stamen. If it goes one no trump and they bid 2 clubs, it's stamen, but you don't want to stamen with a 5-card heart suit. So you would bid 2 diamonds, which is a transfer to hearts. It's still on. Everything is on. But if they bid 2 diamonds, just double. Partner, they took my bid away. I was going to transfer into hearts. And that's how they do it. Okay? Any other questions on this hand?
Linda, I have a quick question.
Lovely. Tell me more.
Okay, so yeah, when you do stamen, can you still do stamen with only 1 4-card major, or do you have to have 2?
No, you don't promise both. You never promise both.
Okay,
Stamen can have 1 4-card major and never guarantees both.
Okay, so if your partner then doesn't have the suit that you've got the stamen for, so let's say you do 2 clubs and they come back one spade, but that's not this because they have 4 spades and you don't have 4 spades.
If they come back with 2 spades and you've only got 4 hearts, you bid 2 no trump or 3 no trump.
Okay.
But if you bid hearts, you could still have spades.
Okay.
So if they go 3 no trump and you now have got 4 spades, you must go 4 spades because no one stamens without a 4-card major.
Okay. And otherwise, if you don't have the major that if they called the major that you didn't want them to call,
you go no trump.
You go to no trump. Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. Any other question on the hand? Our whole purpose of this game is to look for the 8-card major suit fit and never to have the strong hand in the dummy. That is the purpose of transfers. Okay, so on hand number 6, East opens 1 no trump, 15 to 17. Pass by South. And this is what I was telling you about our little children, our 5 children. They can go to bed when they like because you don't need any points and you don't need anything to have to go to bed at a certain time. When any time you have, even with 0 points in your hand, a 5-card major, you must play in that major because that major will bring in tricks. So you bid the 1 below, 2 hearts. When you do that, I'm going to write down at the bottom here, SP. See that alert? You have got to tell the opponents that you have spades. Your partner doesn't see this, but you must do that. Okay? And then you put in hearts. 2 hearts. And that alert button tells them that it's spades. That is 1 below. Pass. And now the opener has to bid 2 spades. They're not in charge of this game. When you've opened a no trump, you lose all captaincy of the game. This hand cannot play in 1 no trump with a 6 or 5-card major because that hand you could throw against the wall. You'll never see 1 trick if you had to play in no trump. But playing in spades, you can definitely rough tricks with those baby trumps. And it's very important that you always, 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 no matter 0 points, never pass 1 no trump with a 5-card or longer major or 6 cards and a longer minor, which I'm not doing in this lesson, but you'll get some nice little table about that later, tomorrow. We're leading the king of clubs. We are now playing in spades. Spades is the master hand, the one with the long trumps. In the spade suit, we have no losers. In the heart suit, 1 loser. Club suit, 2 losers. Diamond suit, 2 losers, and we should make 2 spades. If you had to play this hand in no trump, you're going to take 4 tricks. The ace, king of spades, the ace of hearts, and the ace of clubs, and you're going to go 3 under. 300 you're going to go off if you do not transfer. And you take the ace. No reason to duck it. Let's draw the trumps now and get the kids off the street. You have a 6-2 fit. Remember, partner opens a no trump. Partner's always got 2. Never a singleton. Minimum of 2 cards. Well, that worked very well. There's just one more child running around, but we'll draw it when we get to that dummy. So we're going to play the ace of hearts. And we'll give up a heart. And then we're going to try and get to the dummy by trumping a heart. They're going to take their 2 clubs. They're going to grab their tricks as quickly as they can. We will never pass 1 no trump again. Never. Not after tonight. And now, what are they going to play? Well, I always said what you don't see in dummy, you don't play, because you never know if you're giving a rough and a discard, but there are no more trumps in that hand. So you can play a heart because you know that the declarer has no more trumps. You've got the last trump. So let's play a heart. I'm scared to play anything else. And they'll trump it. Okay. And now the queen of spades will draw the last child off the streets. And then you're giving them 2 diamond tricks. And they're going to make 2 spades. How's that? Wasn't that fun? I think it's great. And now you're going to play back another diamond. Because you've already counted all their points. And that's the end of that. And you make 2 spades. Any questions on this hand, everybody? After tonight, no one's ever going to leave a no trump hand with a 5-card major or longer and no points. Never again. Any questions?
Yeah, Linda, I have a question.
Yes.
When, how do most teams handle the problem of interference?
Well, it makes it very difficult. If this hand came in with interference, you're off the hook. You don't have to bid. It's just if they pass that, you can't let partner play in 1 no trump.
So
There's another thing that I taught.
Interference.
If they come in the bidding over 1 no trump, then West doesn't bid at all.
If there's interference, are conventions on or off?
Okay. It's in a partnership agreement with you. Do you play stolen bids over interference or not? Well, I did teach you about stamen. That if they come in the bidding and you want to show a 4-card major, so if the bidding went, I'm just going to type it at the bottom so you can see, if the bidding went 1 no trump and the opponents came in with 2 hearts, 3 hearts, the Q bid says, I have 4 spades, partner. It's like stamen. If they bid 1 no trump, your partner bids 1 no trump and they bid 2 spades. I'm just going to switch off my phone. Sorry, I left it on because of the people. Right, 1 no trump, 2 spades. 3 spades is stamen. It says, partner, I guarantee 4-card hearts. That is how you use to show people what you have. You can't use clubs anymore. Conventions are off in that situation. 3 clubs would never be stamen. The Q bid of the overcalled suit is stamen. If the bidding goes 1 no trump and they bid 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds is stamen. Transfers are on if you play stolen bids. So you've got to make a decision. Are you going to do it at the 3 level? 1 no trump, 2 spades, 3 diamonds. Okay. Is a transfer to 3 hearts. Is this an agreement or is it not an agreement? A lot of people don't have an agreement at the 3 level. I've had people that don't know what they're doing at the 3 level. That's why I love to get in and make it hard for them. So these are partnership agreements. What do we do when we don't know what to do if they come in the bidding over our no trump? And it's something to discuss with your partner. Does that answer your question?
Thank you.
Does it answer? Okay.
Kind of.
And then somebody
Linda?
wanted me to do number 6. Any question on number 6?
Linda, I have a
Yes.
question.
Lovely. Tell me.
On your tip of the day, it said if you had 6, you could bid your suit again.
if you've
But-
got an invitational hand. And if you don't have an invitational hand, you'll bid 4 because you know you have an 8-card major suit fit. You
And
pass.
what would be considered an invitational hand?
An invitational hand would be about 7 high card points and 2 for length, which is 9. So if it went 1 no trump and I bid 2 diamonds and you bid 2 hearts, 3 hearts says I have a 6-card suit and 7 high card with a 6-card suit. Because if I had 8 and a 6-card suit, which is 10, I would be in game already. So it's about 7 points to show a
Gotcha.
6-card suit invitational. 8 and a 6-card suit, you bid game. Okay, make sure you bid game.
Got it.
8
So-
and a 6-card suit. Because we have a
I have a
fit.
question.
Yes. Another
So
one?
if you're Q bidding for Stamen after an interfering bid, then you're at the 3 level, so you've got to have game points. You need-
Exactly. Oh,
Okay.
definitely. You've got to have enough for game. But I don't want them to throw you aside. I don't want you to feel you've been pushed aside. So that is how we cope over interference bidding if you want to stamen. If you want to transfer, that is an agreement between you and your partner. Okay?
Mhm.
All right. Any other question? Somebody asked me to do 6, and I don't know if I helped them or not.
Yes, you did.
I did. Oh, good. Okay. All right. Let's look at hand number 8. Somebody else asked me about number 8. Before you open a hand, always think of your next bid, please. I saw a few people open a diamond on this hand. You cannot open a diamond and rebid a no trump because you have too many points. This is a 15 to 17 point hand with a no trump shape. I watched a few people here and they did not open a no trump. They opened a diamond. This is a clear cut 4-4-3-2, 1 no trump. And this hand passed. And now you have a 5-card major. So we have to transfer into the 5-card major. So we bid the suit below. The suit below will tell partner we have 5 spades.
Okay, Linda, I have a
Yes.
question. My partner bid 3 spades.
3
Does
spades.
that mean that she has 5 spades and invitational values?
No, I played that as a slam try. Then if the bidding goes 1 no trump, 3 hearts or 3 spades, it's a slam try in that major looking for slam. There's no need to go jumping around. If you've got a weak
Okay.
hand, you could just transfer and pass. That's what's so good about transfers. So in
So
this
I
situation,
thought that she was transferring me into club.
that's
with a
correct.
3
But why
spade.
would you do it past no trump? Surely she would bid 2 spades, which is a transfer to clubs. Why would she go past no trump? We shouldn't go jumping around. That's for children in the park. Let's go slowly. So
Okay.
over 2 hearts pass, you have to bid 2 spades. You have got to bid 2 spades. Because if your partner wants to pass, she can pass. But this is too many points. We have enough for game.
Yeah.
But now I want you to remember my bridge tip for the day. I see this wrong all the time. All my students rebid the suit and go for spades with a 5-card suit, and it's 100% incorrect. The correct bid is 3 no trump. I don't want any of you repeating a 5-card major after you've made a transfer. The transfer shows 5. Now that asks a question, and it asks 2 questions. Number 1, do you have 3 spades with me? If you have 3 spades, please go back to 4 spades. If you don't have 3 spades with me, pass 3 no trump. And that is the correct contract, 3 no trump. That is how you cope on these hands. No jumping around. A transfer asks you and lets you show your hand much easier. You don't have to go jumping to 3 spades if you play transfers.
Linda, in the case of if North had bid 2 hearts.
Okay, now
the
if
stone-
North bids 2 hearts to show hearts in a minor, and a lot of people are coming in today over 1 no trump because we were taught to disturb opponent's no trump when you have two suits. If you come in with two hearts, you would double and say they stole my bid. And then partner will bid two spades, and then you will bid three no trump. So that is how you would cope. If you don't do that, then you have to jump to three spades over two hearts. If you don't play stolen bids, you are forced to jump because you want to be in game. If you didn't want to be in game, two spades is to play weak, 5-card or longer suit. So if you want to be in game over two hearts and you don't play stolen bids, you got to jump to three spades. Partner, we're going to game, but I've only got 5 spades. And now West will bid 3 no trump and say, don't worry, partner, I don't have 3 spades with you, but I have a heart stopper. That's how you cope with interference. Does that help you, sir?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so you're leading the 3 of hearts.
I have a question though. What does 2 no trump say by East?
2 no trump by East is invitational. It says, partner, I have 8 or 9 points with a 5-card spade suit. You never repeat the suit. So you bid
Right.
double.
So it was
partner bids
points
2
that made
spades.
you go to, points said you should say 3 no trump instead of
Because
2.
you've got 10 high card and a 5-card suits 11. 10 and 15 is 25. 25 is close enough for game. I'm always in game with 10 points, 10 high card points. I'm always in game. I'm never going to be out of game with 10 high card points. Okay? Always. Does that help you? 10 and 15 is 25.
Yes, thank you.
And I never discuss when you've got 16. I discuss 17 when partner invites you to game. But you all know about my stuffing. You'd look at 16 and you decide if you've got enough stuffing, enough 10s and 9s. So we'll talk about that at another time. We did it in the past. If you listen to the videos, for every 10 attached to a honor, you add a half a point. If you're not sure whether to accept with 16 and not 17 points over 2 no. You add stuffing. No stuffing, don't accept. All right. Now we've got problems. We win the Queen of Hearts. And now we've got to look to make our game. And no trump play, a lot of you have many issues with no trump. Long suits bring in tricks. Finesses are our last resort. Remember that. We are not going to become a finesse-aholic. So in the heart suit, we have 2 tricks for sure. In the spades, we have 2 tricks. That's 4. In the clubs, we have 2 tricks. That's 6. And in the diamonds, we have 1 trick is 7. We need 2 extra tricks to make 3 no trump. And where are we going to find them? Remember the 3 things we have to do when we play in no trump. Number 1, long suits bring in tricks. Number 2, promotion, knocking out aces and kings. And number 3, your last resort, finesses. This hand has a long spade suit. Remember, you have a 5-3 fit. We want to play for a 3-3 break. When you have the 10 and the 9, if they don't break 3-3 and they break 4-2, which is much more common because a 3-3 breaks only 32%, sometimes there's an honor doubleton. So now you play low card to the high card from the short side first. Spades is your only source of tricks, everybody. Nothing else. And the jack comes up. Well, that's really wonderful. Why? Because you've got the 10 and the 9. Now, all you have to do, we don't know if they're breaking, but we don't mind. We give them the 10 of spades. And they'll take the queen. And you'll throw off a club. And they'll throw off a club. What you throw off, you throw off. And you're going to come back partner suit. And you put up the king, you can bluff. And whatever they come back, and let's say they come back a heart, we don't have a problem. You're going to win the jack. Now you have your ace of clubs as your taxi to the dummy. So now you can't afford any diamond finesses. That's out. You go to dummy because they've got the hearts, the finesses into the dangerous hand. Take the ace of clubs. And now don't forget, you've got these beautiful spades that are going to fulfill your contract. And you'll never have a problem. And now, what are we going to discard? Well, we can't throw the clubs. And, I mean, you don't want to throw the club. So you'll have to throw a heart. And you can't throw the diamond. So you'll play another spade. They'll throw a diamond from here. Or they can throw a diamond from here. And what are you going to throw from here? A diamond. And now you've got another problem. What are you going to discard? Well, you can't throw away a club. They'll make all the club tricks. So you're forced to throw away the heart again. And now they're going to not take the diamond finesse. They cannot afford the diamond finesse. I know that the hearts have gone, but let's go for the club. I don't want to take a chance. And now you can throw them back with the club because now the hearts are gone. And now they can help you. And now they have to give you the diamond. And now you'll make 2 diamond tricks. Now you'll make even an extra one. And now you're going to make 10 tricks, which you never anticipated. Once they threw off the hearts, you weren't sure which way to do anything. So just give them their tricks and let them play to you. Are there any questions on this hand? Long suits bring in tricks. That 10 and 9 are very important cards. Any questions? Somebody wanted me to do hand number 8. Any questions? None? Okay, we're nearly finished. I'm just going to answer one more question on that's board number 12. And then we'll call it a day. And I hope you had a good time. And Thursday you will continue with Jacoby transfer. Okay? I'm putting board 12 on for a reason. And the person that asked me wants board 12, can they just ask me the question? I don't see who's asking me the question.
I was asking a question. Cindy is asking a question on the last hand. I don't know if you can hear me.
All right. One more time. It might be one of the players. Let me just see. Hello?
I could hear Cindy. Maybe you can't, Linda.
Oh,
Cindy, what was your
okay.
question? I'll see if
The
I can.
question is in the last hand. Thank you. The question is,
Okay, let me
why
phone
do you
back on
lead
these
away
just
from an
finishing
ace?
off a class, okay?
Her question is,
five-
Okay.
sorry, let me try that, Cindy. Linda, can I pass on the
Yes.
question to you?
Yes.
Say it again, Linda. Now I've lost it. On the last hand.
Yes. I can bring it up again. What happened on the last hand? Do you want me to bring it up again?
Yes. On board 12, on the last hand, Linda, Cindy, what was the rest of your question? I lost it.
Led
did-
away from an ace. The opening lead was the 3 of hearts, leading
Okay.
away from an ace.
Okay. The lead was the 3 of hearts, so it was leading away from the ace.
There's no ace. I only see the 10.
You're talking about the prior hand, Linda.
Which
No, no.
hand are they talking about? Number 8.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
he said number 12. Let me go back to number 8. He said number 12. Okay, let's
Yeah,
talk about number 8 for the lead for one moment.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're in no trump. Remember, we're in no trump. No trump, we lead our longest suit.
Didn't work. The mute.
In no trump, we lead from
No,
our
it didn't.
longest suit.
I'm just gonna leave. Hold on.
So we lead away from an ace in a no trump contract, but not in a suit contract. Is that the question? Is that the question, sir?
That was Gail's question. Yes, she asked why.
Because it's our longest suit. We want to set up our longest suit in no trump. That's why we lead away from the ace. It's our longest suit. Any other question? Okay, I'm going to talk about hand number 12 quickly because there was a problem here. I was watching defense and it was a little bit upsetting to see what happened, and I need you all to learn. Some people did not vote over one no trump. and the bidding died out at 1 no trump. And what happened was, when it went 1 no trump, pass, 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 I don't know what your question was. Some people bid, some people didn't. But when it went 1 no trump, pass, 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 and they led the king of hearts, anytime, and this stands for no trump or suit contracts, it is your duty when you have a doubleton honor, an ace or a king, always to put your ace over partner's king to unblock the suit. It got blocked. And this is part of unblocking. The only way we can run a suit is if you put your doubleton, the ace, on your partner's king. If you don't do that, they can never take 6 heart tricks. Now, when you play that, before you do that, I would play the king of spades just to tell partner that I have the ace, so that partner knows what you have. And now you come back the heart. And now you are sitting over the 10 with the queen, jack, 9. And now you're going to win the 9. And now you can run all the heart tricks and the 2 spade tricks. And that is where I saw a big mistake in the defense of 1 no trump. So anytime you're playing in a no trump or a suit contract, it's the same principle. If you've got a doubleton ace, always unblock. Always show partner you have a doubleton. It's very, very important. Are there any questions? Somebody asked me about board 12. Was it about the bidding or about the defense?
Linda, I have a question. I hadn't asked it before, but I doubled. I can't remember what I had the ace king. See, where am I?
Oh, you doubled in the south hand?
I did. Yeah.
I don't ever get busy in the south hand because you're under the no trump and not over them. I never get busy on hands that I can't set it all on my own. I never double in either position unless I have a long running suit that I can develop. So under them, that's in the south hand, I will never double. Never, ever, because my partner wouldn't know what to lead. And I will never beat them. I'm going to be end-played at every opportunity, and you're sitting in the wrong seat. Now, over them, if you were in the north hand, and you've got a good hand, I have passed with 20 points. I've passed with 16 points. If I don't have a long suit to run, I will never double for penalties, because all doubles are penalties.
Right.
So I never double on flat balanced hands. I don't double with 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Flat, I never double, because I'm end played at every card, and 9 times out of 10, they make the contract. I have to play to them. So I would never double.
So let's just say in the north hand, it did have 6 hearts, and let's just say you had 15 points and you had the 6 hearts. Would that be a good hand then to
bid 2 hearts to play? You want to play bid 2 hearts?
No, like West open no
If
trump.
you had 16 points or 14 and a good 6-card heart suit, I'm doubling for penalties.
Yeah, I knew it would be a penalty. I knew that. Okay, got it.
I would definitely do that. Now, if you want to come in with hearts over 1 no trump, you can bid 2 hearts.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, it happens to make 4, but that's not the point. I never come in. I dive in and I dive out. Because this is the time you get in and you get out. You never come in over the, if you come in once, you're done. Don't come in again. I just bid. I'm out bid 2 hearts.
Okay. Yeah.
Linda, if North had bid 2 hearts, what then does West rebid?
West is out of the bidding. When you've opened a no trump, you've done your job. You're not invited to the party. You lose all captaincy. Partner's the captain. West will never bid again after opening a no trump. They're not invited to the party. West must pass. No question about it. I will never bid my hand twice. A no trump is definitive. So I would never bid again. Are there any questions? Does that help you, sir?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I hope so.
Linda, there's one quickie. There's one quickie that I think.
Yes.
If you could please explain the difference between underleading an ace in no trump versus underleading an ace in a suit contract. Please.
Right. Okay. When you play in the suit contract, declarer could have a singleton king and make that king for nothing. The other day, my partner led away from the ace and dummy had a singleton king. And in a suit contract, that is a trick. So they are going to make a trick that they should never make. Aces are meant to capture faces. So we don't play aces without the king in a suit contract. Now, in no trump, we want to develop our longest suit. So we do lead away from aces because we want to set up that long suit. And that's the difference. Aces are meant to capture faces in suit contracts. In no trump, we want to develop a long suit. That's the difference. There's
Linda,
a huge difference. Yes.
Linda, it's Bronya. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well. I just wanted to
Maybe
add
you
one
can
more
explain
big.
that better.
I wanted to add one more reason. No, your reasons are great, but I wanted to add one more reason why it's more dangerous to underlead in a suit contract than no trump, because in a suit contract, you may never get your ace again. Your ace is going to get rough. As a matter of fact, you will never get your ace again. It's going to get roughed. In a no trump contract, when or if you get back in, your ace is still your trick. It doesn't go away in a no trump contract, but in a suit contract, it absolutely can go away. So I just want to add that. But yeah, I love
especially
what
if they've got a singleton, correct?
Right.
Thank you. Anything else, Bronya?
No, really good. I love everything you're saying. It's so much fun. These are my favorite things.
Okay. All right. So this is why we don't lead away from aces in suit contracts. As I said the other day, dummy had a singleton king and they committed the cardinal crime. They made a king they would never make. And that's what happened. The ace never ever made a trick. So that is what happens. Are there any questions on board 12? Someone else wanted to know about board 12. None? Okay.
Is there any contract north-south can make?
A north-south can make 4 hearts on this hand, the way the cards lie. They happen to be perfect. 2 diamonds and a club and a heart. No heart, I mean, I think makes 2 diamonds and a club. You'd make 10 tricks. So if I just claim and you can see it, there are 10 tricks on this hand, and that's just by accident. That's by fluke. But if you look at it, there are no spade losers. There are no heart losers. All you lose are 2 diamonds and the ace of clubs. That's all. Nothing else.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right. I want to thank you all for coming, and I'm going to stop the recording. And don't forget, Thursday we're going to continue with Jacoby with the Jacoby transfers. Thank you.
And results are where, Linda?
Thanks, Linda.
Thank you,
Thank
Linda.
you.
Thank you.
Bye. See you guys Thursday.